get into it. So your life force, your semen, your seed, your sperm, um, is creative energy. Your seed creates a child, helps create a child. I'm not gonna say it solely creates it by itself because, of course, the egg, but it's a driving force. It's a driving force in making a child, right? It's the proactive component in the creation of the child because the sperm has to go to the egg. So it's the proactive. It's the one that's going after. You dig what I'm saying? Um, so with your seed being able to help create a child, creating a child is the highest form of creativity on this planet, right? So if your seed can create a child, imagine what your seed can do when you're able to harness that, transmute it, circulate it within the body, and like I said, move it upwards to your higher chakras. You dig what I'm saying? Um, and you'll never really understand the truth behind this, the effects, the benefits behind this until you practice it. Like I could sit up here and tell you all day about it, but because I used to watch a lot before I started, I watched a lot of videos on it. You know what I'm saying? And they did justice, but at the same time, you won't really understand it until you jump into it yourself, and you like your whole world feel like it's changing, bro. Even if you ain't really, if things not moving fast in the physical realm, it's a lot of things that's happening in the spiritual realm, on the spiritual side of you, that you won't even realize until you start looking back on your old self. You're like, cause I'll look back on my old self and I'll be like, dang, bro, I've changed so much. Like just internally on how I think, just how I move around, bro, how people interact with me. Like the level of respect I get from people is so different. I never been the type to get disrespected by people per se. I've always had that leadership mantra around me, but now it's at like a highlight. Even like adults that they address and approach me a certain way, um, just because within like my energy protrudes outwards, which creates your aura. I'm gonna get to that soon, but I want to stay on this how the creative energy part. Uh, so making a kid is the highest form of creativity on this planet. So if you was able to keep that inward and transmute it, imagine the things you could create. Imagine if you was able to hold your sexual energy within you, which is your seed, your life force, your chi. You dig? You're able to, because the thing about your seed, it has so many vital nutrients that we like zinc, uh, blood, water, important mineral, like so many important minerals in your seed. And think about it, if you're releasing that every day, you're pulling stuff like it studies is your bone marrow, all that. So you're pulling all of this out your body and you're releasing it, and your body has to continue to remake your seed. If it leaves your body has to continue to remake it. So your body, once you release it, your body has to start back pulling from these different centers of your body to recreate that seed that was once there in your body. So now the more you're able to keep it in within yourself, um it's dispersed back out through the body. You feel me? It's dispersed back through the body and upwards to higher realms in your body. You feel me? So when you're able to keep your seed in your body, it allows you to use your seed to your advantage instead of allowing your seed be your downfall. Feel me? You'll want to learn more. You're more creative. uh your workouts are 10 times better, man. I go to the gym and I'm on Kevin Gates. I don't get tired. I don't get tired, bro. Like, I don't get tired. And you know, if you wanted to go down the road of benefits in the bedroom, bro, like, I'll just say this: if your energy has a spike in your workouts, just know you'll have energy and everything else in you that you do in your lifestyle. I just say that. But bro, like I was saying when I was writing that book, bro, I was constantly just transmuting my energy, meditating, working out, reading, uh, thinking. Like, thinking is an exercise, and when you're transmuting your sexual energy upwards, um, and you're thinking, you're turning that creative energy into a gaseous state. You feel me? You're turning that liquid into a gaseous state. That's what makes it transmutation, turning one form of state into another. Turning that liquid into a gaseous state to where it becomes a spark of energy to your neurons and everything else up here. Because like I said, if it can create a child, imagine the thoughts that it can create up here. It's endless. It's endless. Like, that's why I work on so many different things, because I have to stay mentally stimulated, because that creative energy is being turned from sexual energy, and instead of me always want to be sexually stimulated all the time, I'm more intrigued on being mentally stimulated on what things I can create. Feel me? It's a much better feeling, bro. To be able to and I say that because to be able to create something from nothing and taking and forming it to something physical to where you can see in real life, taking the thought to a physical form, it's no better feeling than that. Sexual feelings is cool, but it's a lower nature feeling. It's a lower nature feeling, so it's a good feeling, but when you start develop that sexual discipline, you start, and in turn start developing that sexual energy, bro, you become that guy. And we'll get into the aura field. Like, the thing about what people don't understand, anything that's within you protrudes outwards to your aura. So like, if you got a lot of trauma built up within you, people can feel that within your aura. Like, people can feel that you got trauma built up on you. Just because you don't speak on it, your aura reflects how you feel inside. So a lot of people wouldn't even want to be around that person, not even specifically knowing what their trauma is, but because their aura is giving off signals that they have a lot of trauma built up, just because of the low negative energy that their aura field is giving off. A lot of people are going to be repelled to that person, you know. But when you start to develop your sexual energy and continue to circulate it and transmute it into thoughts, ideas, projects, and things of that such. Like I said, you move a certain way, you talk a certain way, and your aura field protrudes out a certain way. You got a different type of glow, bro. It's something. It sound cartoonish, fairy tale-ish, but once you start to practice it, bro, it's like, that's what I had to do. Like, I really just had to try it out. And ever since then, it's a lifestyle. Like, it's not something I count days. I don't count days of how long I've been doing it. Yeah, I know how long I've been doing it, but I don't wake up and mark off an X of every day I've done it, because now I'm at the point where it's a lifestyle. And to be frank, I don't see me stopping anytime soon. I really like I said, it's a lifestyle, and it's probably gonna carry on through the rest of my life. And like, I don't want people to get confused. Like, sexual discipline is not never engaging in the act anymore. It's just being in control of your root chakra. your sexual desires, be in control of your animalistic nature. You control your root chakra, you can control every other chakra in your body, but you got to be able to control that root chakra first. And a lot of times our root chakra is controlled by two main vices: sex and food. A lot of those two things that most people can't control. So therefore their root chakra runs them. But they don't know it. They'll write it off as something else, but that's what it is, you know. Uh, and this is the video to try to help people like see the light like how I seen it, bro. You know, I tell people that, you know, if anybody asks me, I tell them about it, but I don't try to force it on nobody. That's with anything I do. I don't try to force it on anybody. But I'll speak on it. I speak on it here and there. I throw out little hints here and there. You know, I always make myself available for if anybody ever wants to understand more about it. You feel me? But bro, that sexual energy, bro, like you even start to see it in books like Napoleon Hill talked about it. I didn't read 48 Laws of Power, but I know one of the biggest things people was taking from it was when he was talking about sexual energy. You know, it's true. It's a creative energy. It's the highest form of creative energy for a man. If you're able to hold your creative energy within you and create projects, transmute your chi energy upwards, bruh, the world is yours, man. This is your playground. As a creative, the world is your playground. We're going into an age that many of we're going into a age that's very different from the previous age that we were in. The one who can create, the one who can think on his own, the one who could come up with ideas, the ones who are visionaries, the ones who are shifters in the world. Those are the ones who are kind of going to be running. You know, be at the head of society. No one's better than anybody else, but those are the ones that's going to be kind of leading the masses at the head of society, in rulership, pretty much. It will no longer be the people with just money. Like, yeah, money, but money is a depreciating asset. So if you're not a creative person, you're not a person who can think, come up with ideas, not a person with a vision, money won't really, like I said, it's a depreciating asset. So don't put your marbles all on that. Just a side note. Just a side note. We're going into a more spiritual age. So with that many physical things, physical currency, the things we're used to, won't really hold that much value. Things like knowledge, creative projects, you know, that's both creative and that both helps the world. Those are things that kind of are going to represent your net worth, your value to your community and to the masses. And the best way to get started on that is through controlling your sexual energy, being sexually disciplined, and building up your sexual energy for you to continue to better yourself as a man. Bro, like, just, and I'm not even gonna get into the whole benefit of, oh, you look better, you got the glow, you get a gloss to your eyes, all that is true, but I don't even want to get into that side, because I think if you get it, and people say, oh, you pull more women, like if you're doing it just for that, then I don't want. This is not the video for that. I'm not that guy to tell you, oh, it's gonna get you a lot of women. It does, but that's not something I want you to even focus on, bro. Because if that's your whole reason behind doing it, I don't even think you'll really experience the full journey of being sexually disciplined, because you're so solely focused on still the sexual side of things, pretty much. So I don't think you really get the full journey of being sexually disciplined and the effects of having sexual energy stored up at your disposal. not at your disposal, but you have sexual energy on standby. You feel me? To where you can dish it out on certain projects you need to have done and this and that. That's the beautiful thing about it. When you got sexual energy stored up, you can dish it out. You don't have to sit around and you know think about how you're gonna think of certain ideas and things of that such. You already got that sexual creative energy stored up. Now you can just dish it out on certain things. You like, okay, I got this to do, boom, I'll dish it out over there. I got that, boom, I dish some creative energy out over there, especially when it's built up. You feel me? I'm going on around almost like 2 years retaining. Uh so my creative life force is kind of I have a lot to dish out, which is why I got so many projects that I work on, because you see how it works hand in hand. If you look at the things that I'm doing in real life and you listen to this video, then you'll understand why I work on and do so many different things at the same time, because I have to. That's what like this journey makes you do. Like it forces you to continue to grow, continue to elevate, continue to think, continue to create, continue to be a a shifter, a man amongst boys. And that's needed in these times right now. That's needed in these times right now. It's not many. It's not many. A lot of the unfortunate truth is a lot of men won't carry on their their lineage in this next age, because what's happening, this is kind of on a side tangent. What's happening is a lot of things are going back to its natural ways. So women are only going to be picking men who they see can provide for them for during these upcoming times, like to go forward in this future. Because we're going into times where you got to have a plan, you got to have a vision. You got to have a vision. And most women won't have or won't want to settle with a man who don't have a vision, don't, not trying to better himself, not trying to elevate, because he won't be able to provide, because government assistance won't be that big of a thing. Assistance out from outside of your the people you got around you, it won't be much of that. It won't be much of that. Feel me? So a lot of guys won't carry on their lineage, which is sad, but it's the truth. Which will in turn, a lot of people won't like this, but this is the truth. I'm not here to, stroke nobody's feelings. I'm here to give you the facts through the source, through the Most High, through the universe. I'm just a messenger, a vessel speaking, and they speak it. They speak it through me. You dig what I'm saying? This is going to bring back poly relationships. It's going to bring back poly relationships, because it won't be a visionary for each woman. It's already more women than men on this planet, so it won't be one visionary for each woman. It won't be that. I mean, so a lot of visionary men, a lot of shifters, a lot of Renaissance men, they're going to be in poly relationships. And it won't be the men's choice. What you'll start to see, it won't be the men that's pushing this. It's going to be the women. Through survival. Nature has its way of going back to his own way and overriding a man's plan. Like our plan and nature's plan. This is nature's plan. This is our plan. Like our plan doesn't sit on the same level as nature's plan. You feel me? So like that, and I try to tell people that. I try to tell ladies that poly wasn't even something that was pushed by men. You feel me? And in my opinion, I think there will be some ladies that will have multiple men. Because there are some women that are archetypes, that are leader archetypes, that are head archetypes. So I think it's a possibility. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a big thing, but I think it will be a possibility that women will, have that same thing. But a lot of top Renaissance shifters, polymath men, versatile men, uh, divine masculine men, uh, because we're going back into building your kingdom times. And building your kingdom comes with numbers. Through children, first through wives, and secondly through children. You feel me? But I ain't gonna get too deep into that. I'm gonna leave that for another video. I ain't gonna get too deep into that. To finish off on sexual energy, bro. It changed my life. Cultivating my sexual energy changed my life. You need it. Every man. I'm not gonna say you should have. You need it, bro. This is the one thing I say every man needs. I don't usually tell a man what they need. You need to cultivate your sexual energy, bro. Stop letting it go every day, twice a day, 3 times a day, bro. You're drained. You wonder why you can't focus on certain things you're trying to focus on. You wonder why your mind be so cloudy. You wonder why you jump around to different things and can't focus on one thing and get things accomplished on that one thing before moving to the next. Because you have no discipline in your sexual life. So no discipline in your sexual life, and that's the root chakra. That's the base root of men. The base root of men and women is to have sex. So if you don't have sexual discipline on the base thing we're here to do, and you're not procreating, let me say that, and you're not procreating, that will show in everything else in your life. It's gonna show in everything else in your life, bro. It's gonna show everything else in your life, and you probably say, "Oh, it's probably some people that's not sexually disciplined and they're rich right now." I'm sure I can guarantee you, I'm willing to say it, 9 out of 10 times is a period that man was. It was a certain point in his life where he was sexually disciplined. Not to say now after he got rich, that's a different thing. Like he now, I'm not saying you still can't fall out once you get on. You feel me? Now, that's, you know what I'm saying? But I'm willing to say 9 times out of 10, every successful man, every sovereign man, let me not say successful, because when people hear successful, they think of rich. I don't associate successful people being rich. Every sovereign man, every divine masculine man, every man who gives off that true divine aura, every knowledgeable man, every Renaissance type of man, every shifting type of man, the man who can shift the mountains with his mind, every single one of those type of men, 9 times out of 10, he had a period of his life where he was sexually disciplined. Now it's your decision to where, are you going to make that decision later on in your life, or you can start early on? I just made a decision to start early on in my life because it just makes sense. If I understand how this sexual discipline and sexual energy thing work, and I'm seeing a lot of top books being written about it, it only makes sense. And then once you start to be a practitioner of it, and you start to see the fruits of your labor, you're not like, you can manifest things quicker, but it's not like you're gonna be manifesting a Lambo in 90 days, bro. If you think that's gonna happen, don't even do this, bro. Don't even focus on sexual discipline. Sexual discipline is there for you. Sexual discipline is really just there for you to work on the things that you have in your life now. Build up who you are, the person right now. It's not even about material gains, bro. Material gains is just a side additive of this journey, bro. The biggest enhancement you get is within you as a person, bro. Like, no material things I get in the future, I obtain now or I obtain in the past, will ever amount to the person I'm becoming within, bro. Like, bro, I can't stress it enough. This journey forces you to work on yourself so much, bro. Because when you put when you take something like uh sexual energy, and you instead of using it how the media tells us we should use it, modern day time, you know what I'm saying? Modern day media tell us how we should use it. Oh, you should, oh, they'll tell you, oh, um, you know, release your seed is healthy for you and all that. When you listen to that, instead of going against the grain, you'll find yourself in a downward spiral that most men find themselves in. They'll tell you, oh yeah, it's healthy to do, but they'll never tell you why you feel so clouded mentally. Why you feel so clouded mentally? Why you be tired all the time? I mean, hey, bro, I ain't trying to preach to nobody. I'm just telling the person my experience. That's it. Sexual energy is creative energy. You know, so many things. Like, bro, we in the perfect time for you to start practicing this, bro. We're in the perfect time because we're going into a time period where a lot of things. Well, we're going to build and destroy type of time. The number 8 on supreme mathematics, which is also the symbol of infinity. A lot of these old systems are being destroyed. So with old things being destroyed, new things have to be created, which is the perfect time for visionaries. 2020 visions, bro. You gotta have that 2020 vision to see your vision, to create your vision, to turn into a physical form. And one thing to help boost that vision is your creative energy, bro. Your creative energy. And I end off with this. Women can tell a difference in you, bro. When you just more centered, bro. You more balanced. You don't come off as a creep. Like Kevin Gates say, bro, like a lot of dudes give off creep vibes and not even knowing it. You feel me? Most of the time when I'm walking through places, bro, I get a lot of looks, but I don't even be paying attention. I peep it just to collect data on how people receive me in the outside world. But bro, I be so locked in on my goals and my visions. Not to say I'm completely tuned out and out of tune with the world around me, but I don't give too much heed to it. Cause a man on his mission must stay on his mission. You feel me? Just cause a man enters on his mission, that don't mean he can't check out on his mission. See, the thing about it, it's not about just getting on your mission or just starting to walk your path and start to bring your vision to life. It's about continuing to do it. Because if you one of them guys who think it's gonna happen like that, you're a fool. Boy, like I said, I'm about to go on like around 2 years, bro. About to go around 2 years. And bro, it just became a lifestyle. It really just became a lifestyle. From the books I've read on it, for understanding like how to cheat, like how when you breathe, you work up your sexual energy upwards. You know what I'm saying? How the vital nutrients that's in your sexual energy, how you become a healer through your words, and even just through just people being around you, because you got that sacred energy stored within you. Your life force is sacred. So when you got that stored in you, when people around you, they just feel better, bro. See, we so stuck on this physical realm that we don't understand this. It's bigger than just the physical, bro. We was taught that this world is just about the physical. It's bigger than the physical, bro. Once you get that in your head, you'll understand things better on a higher level. A lot of this stuff was more so on an energetic, spiritual level, because everything is energy. Everything in this me physically, I'm energy. But when you got that creative energy stored within you, you're a higher level of energy. You like Goku on Super Saiyan mode. You dig what I'm saying? That's how I be feeling in the gym. I ain't gonna cap. I feel like Goku on Super Saiyan. Matter of fact, I feel like Goku on Super Saiyan right now. You dig what I'm saying? No cap. Like 25-8, I be feeling like I'm that guy. Not on no egotistical stuff, but because for one, I know I'm doing something that a lot of individuals wouldn't even dare to do. I see grown men speak on it, they be like, bro, oh, bro, that's, I see like, I see grown men on social medias and be like, oh, no, I never. You know, it is what it is. That's cool up, bro. Do you, bro? Like, do you? But this video 50 minutes long, bro. I gotta make this. Gotta be 2 parts, bro. Might 3 parts, maybe. But this you can see like I'm really a practitioner of this, so I got so much to talk about. And it's so much I haven't even covered because I know I'm gonna click that little red square to stop this video, and it's gonna things that's gonna come up and be like I could have said that because it's so vast, bro. It's so vast. Like it's really your life force. It's your driving force. You got to think as your seed, as your life force. What keeps you? That's what makes you a man. Your phallus isn't what make you a man. How big your phallus is ain't what make you a man, bro. If you don't have no life force to recreate your image, to continue on your lineage, that's what makes you a man. If you can continue to reproduce and grow your kingdom, continue on your lineage, that's what makes you a man. What you produce from your creative force, your creative energy, whether it's kids or whether it's your projects, or ultimately both. You dig, man? So sexual discipline, man, practice it. I encourage you. Some of the things you can start doing by working on your sexual discipline. Start changing your lifestyle habits, bro. If you got a couple vices, start trying to remove those things, because what's going to happen, those low vibrational vices are going to want to bring you back to that unsexually disciplined version of yourself, because that version is still connected to being not sexually disciplined. Being sexually disciplined is connected to your newer version. So you really got to cut every single tie that's connected to your old version, not just going to be sexually disciplined and continue to do all the old bad things or low vibrational things you used to do, because there's no such thing as good or bad. It's just high vibrational or low vibrational. You feel me? So you got to cut all those low vibrational ties, bro. People too. Sneaky links, you got to cut them too, bro. And I'm going to tell you, bro, as you continue on the journey, you won't even really be attracted to them like that. For real. Like, it'll be like, you'll have to see for yourself, bro. Like, it's not gonna say you won't. Like, if they're attractive, of course they'll still look good to you, but it's not like you'll have that desire for them anymore, especially if they're not in alignment with that new version that you're becoming. You feel me? Because when you become sexually disciplined, you start to attract different women. But what you'll see is, you'll see a lot of women you used to mess with. It really won't be that connection like that no more, bro. It won't be that connection no more because you're becoming into a version that they're unfamiliar with. You feel me? So, but that's okay, bro. That's a part of growing. You know, you outgrow situations, you outgrow people, you outgrow things, you outgrow habits. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to continue to grow, especially as a man. You have to, one day, me and my mom was talking about this the other day, like, every young boy has to one day become that provider for a family. One day you have to become that provider for a family. You're going to be a provider for a family, bro. And one thing you want to be is disciplined in your life. You want to be disciplined. That's what makes a man, to be disciplined. Discipline brings results. Discipline brings ideas. Discipline shows character. Discipline shows commitment. Discipline shows fortitude, to not give in to things even though it get a little shaky. That 90-day period went, but that 90-day period get a little tough. That 90-day period got a little tough, I ain't gonna lie. Once I hit past a year, it was just like, it became a lifestyle. Or I say a year and 3 months really was like a lifestyle where I was like, I still, I'll say this, I, I don't have the desire to release, but I still have the desire to, um, be with a young lady. You feel me? And that's the whole thing about sexual discipline. It's not about not doing the act completely. Like you can go abstinent. I've I've been practicing that phase, the abstinence phase, but retention is more so. Seed retention is more so still being able to indulge in an act here and there, but still being able to retain that seed. Because I tell you, when you're able to do it like that, and you're able to circulate that energy with another high vibrational being, your creative ideas double. Like when you have that feminine energy involved into the journey as well now, yeah, like bro, I don't care what no man say. Without that feminine energy around, you'll never be your best self. You can be that guy, but you'll never be that guy. Because it's just a level of something that feminine energy brings that us men don't have within us. That's okay. That's how the creator set this up. It's a game, bro. This is the game of life. Understand it, learn it, understand it, overstand it, however you want to put it. Then continue to develop. Continue to develop at your own pace. Run your own race. And do it with grace. You dig? Peace.